What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to a couple of subscribers for showing love to the channel. Much respect to, this is a relatively new subscriber, the Celtic Clove, for the $25 donation via the Cash App. Much respect to him for showing love to Too Raw for TV, aka Too Raw for Sports. Also want to give a shout out once again to Instinct Takes for showing love to the channel. $5 donation via the Cash App. Says people convincing us that Luka is better than Bron. Well, we're clearly seeing now that that's not the case. No matter how you feel about LeBron James, in his prime, LeBron James would take his teams to the playoffs. I mean, we have to give him that. He didn't have to have a group of, look, let me be clear when I say this. To win championships, yeah, he had to have another superstar around him, or superstars. But to take his team to the playoffs, he didn't necessarily have to have this all-time great team around him. But apparently Luka does. And while LeBron was never a lockdown defender, not really, not a first-rate lockdown defender, he was a far better defender than in his prime than Luka Doncic could ever dream of being. So, just want to put that out there. So, remember when the Sixers ended the Bucks' 16-game winning streak a little bit earlier this year? And ESPN First Take was talking about it. Other ESPN programs were talking about it. Fox Sports was talking about it. Remember that? Talking about how it's a notch in Joel Embiid's belt and all of that. And Joel Embiid's taking a step in the MVP race. Well, the other day, you would think, because I think this might be the last time they play against each other this year, barring a post-season matchup, the Bucks beat the Sixers. And usually, these types of games, the last game between supposed MVP candidates going at each other, and this time Joel Embiid actually showed up, you'd think this game would get some more press. And I suspect it would have had the Sixers won. But the Bucks at home defeated the Sixers. I think it was 117. Was it 117 to 104? Yep, 117 to 104. And with this victory, the Bucks improved to 56-22. And I think one more victory, I think it is, one or two more victories wraps up the best record for the Bucks in the Eastern Conference, and maybe even in the NBA. And the Sixers fall to 51-27. Still a stellar record. But they lost. But why nobody talking about that game? It's crickets. Joel Embiid, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Maxey, 29 points, 4 rebounds. James Harden, 11 points, 6 assists. I think it's the same game where he had 5 turnovers. Hey, it is what it is with Harden. Giannis, 33 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Chris Middleton, 19 points, 9 assists. Brook Lopez, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Drew Holiday, 18 points. Bobby Portis, 18 points, 5 rebounds. And the Bucks outshot the Sixers 57.5%, 46%. They moved the ball around better. They had 28 team assists to the Sixers 19. Had more blocks, 5-2. More steals, 8-3. Philly had more turnovers, 11-9, thanks in part to James Harden. And they had an edge in points in the paint, 50-46. Giannis, after this game, tweeted something. I think he tweeted something to the effect of, "I love the doubt," because he sees how whenever the Bucks get a victory, there's hardly any mention of it. Hell, even when the Bucks won the championship, they talked about it for 2 or 3 days and then went right back to what are the Lakers going to do in the off season. So you had Skip Bayless say, "I'm tired of hearing about Giannis after 3 days of a team winning championship." So this is the disrespect that Giannis has gotten, and I'm pretty sure he sees it. And the Bucks organization came out just yesterday, I believe it was. It might have been earlier today, and said that they think that Giannis should get more attention in the MVP race. He's been omitted. But as you can see with the other two guys, right? Embiid, 1 minute, he's crying about how he should get more attention for being the MVP. And then the next minute, he's crying about, it's not important to him. Make up your mind, man. And Joker, he think he had it wrapped up once he beat Embiid's team, Philly and Denver. He's taking vacations, thinking he got wrapped up. But in the media, he's portraying him as if he's this unselfish warrior. Right. You know how many times I watched Joker stay in games to pad his numbers? And when I say pad his numbers, I'm not talking about his scoring numbers. I'm talking about padding his triple-double numbers. You know how many times I've seen him do that? And now that I've been watching him more and more, he'll have 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. 6 minutes ago, his team up by 25, and he stays in the game. 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 10 rebounds. Then he suddenly starts focusing on rebounds and start forcing passes, even if he has the matchup advantage to score. Passing it out to KCP. He passes it out again, but he misses. Then he passes out to, a cutting, a cutting Jamal Murray, 8 assists. Then he gets his 9th assist. 2 minutes in the game, up by 27. He's still in there. He's trying to get that fucking triple-double. Then he fails. Then sometimes he doesn't, and he gets it. But I've seen him do that. All these guys care about their numbers. Giannis, Embiid, Joker. Stop making it like Joker doesn't care, man. But anyway, one thing Giannis does care about is just getting some respect. He's getting some respect, And at the end of the day, we'll see if he gets the MVP award. I saw Ticket TV say that there's some reports that show that media members are starting to lean toward Giannis. I hope that's the case, because I think he deserves it. Because unlike Joker, Giannis plays on the high end on both sides of the floor. And unlike Joel Embiid, Giannis isn't always whining about when he doesn't get his way about certain things, or acting like people hate him. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.